Good morning. I just want to say good morning. Have a little video here. Oh, wow. Look, these are fake eyebrows, but they look really big here. Okay. I have fun when I work. I hope you do as well. But I get a lot done. So I wanted to share a couple things I've updated with for you, and because I want to work with you. I would love for you to check this out. Now I'm looking for it. Hold on. I believe it is. Okay, here we go. Here. On Trello. I updated this a little bit more. I think this is going to work well for communicating ideas. So from the left to the right, here's what you're currently working on to do. And I'm putting the Monday video, this video, hopefully you saw it, obviously, because you're watching it. I put that in here. You can move things. I don't know if you know that. So while you're doing it, you can move it to here. When you're done, you can move it to there. And then I will archive things in the done thing, in the done area, so that, we keep it cleaned up. And that's one way that we can communicate what's happening. So you watched the video before, so I can just go in there now and say archive. And then that makes it disappear from here. I saw that you put NL in the newsletter name. So again, I can go in there and archive. So that'll make that clear. I did add in here, you said you're currently editing websites, which is great. Theoretically, we could move this whole thing over here to doing, and then complete or leave it in the to do since it's not done. I don't know, we can figure that out. And then I asked that in completed websites, I said, as you finish a website, please enter the names here so I can see which ones are done and which ones are not done. The reason for that is, I think you said you did 14, so I counted 14 and that one wasn't done. So I'm like, okay, now which 14 got done? So if Joy Minder Consulting is done, you just type it in quick. Joy Minder Travel, I think, is done. So you put that in quickly. So, you can just put them in here. I'm going to try this. Minder Consulting. Maybe we can just make it into one long list because you can edit it as you go instead of making all, otherwise it's going to get really long. So I'm going to delete these. See, we're just learning. We're just learning together. This is new for me. I'm new for you. This is new for you. We'll get this figured out. I mean, they even have a checklist. I suppose theoretically, I don't want to waste time though. So whatever's efficient. If it would make sense to create a checklist, I don't know how that works actually. And again, this seems to work. This is all I need. I need to know what's gotten done. So type those in here. And then once you've got them all done, then we can move that over to the done area. So we've covered the first 3 boards. This one I changed to discussion. So it says add questions here. A new card for each question you have about a unique situation. If you find like you did before, here, perfect example. So I moved the question you wrote on here based on the photo. Do I need to, I moved that into this card. I've we've been discussing back and forth what we'll do. So now you could say agree. And if we're done, then if you agree, if everything's clear, you have no further questions, then you can archive this. You can go in here and hit archive. I'm not going to because I want to make sure you're clear that discussion. If you have new, fresh ideas though, I added a board over here so you can add a card. So if you're looking at something and you're like, I think it would be cool if we did something or whatever. If you have some fresh ideas that are maybe different than what you're working on, that's great. I'm only one person and I appreciate other ideas. I will look at them. I won't promise that I'm going to use every one of them, okay? Still my business, but I definitely want ideas. So please add cards here if you have ideas. When we do our call, if you're listening to this on Monday morning, which I hope, please take your weekend off. If you're listening to this on Monday morning, then we plan to talk on Tuesday morning at what time? I think 9 o'clock your time. So that's 7 o'clock my time. Am I right? I think that's what we planned. Or is it 10 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock my time? Whatever we decided, whatever we put on the calendar. We can just, that's when we can also discuss how this is going, how what your ideas are and stuff. Okay. Finally, I have this section here called future projects. Actually, I'm going to move it over to the end. It's so fun that I can just move. I'm going to be using this a lot, I think. So I put in future projects as I come up with things or projects that I'll want you to work on or do in the future. I'm just going to put little snapshots of them over here. And then as the to-do board is getting done, I'll decide which one I want to move over. Some of them may stay over here all the time. Like every week I need you to do something, or every day do something. But until we've trained on it, until you understand it, I have it, just ignore this list. Okay. Don't even think about it. Don't ask me any questions about it. It's just kind of there for me to keep on top, but you can look at the names and have an idea of some other things coming up. Okay, so that's what I did with the Trello board. Have a great day. What I'll do is every day while you're working, I'll try to check in on here as early as possible to see if there's any updates. And then after you're done each day, I'll check in on here to see what's done so I can clean it up. And I think that will be a good way to communicate. I will see you tomorrow. And let me just end with this. I'm super happy. I can't tell you what it meant to me today. I was in a meeting. It was 3 hours long. I wanted to get some other stuff done, but I knew that you were here doing things. These are all things that have been really heavy on me to get done. And knowing you were taking care of some stuff for me while I did the other stuff that only I can do at this time, it just, you are valuable to me. And I so appreciate this. And the things that, really matter the most to me is that you can be here each day, that you can do this work, and I want you to be happy in doing the work, but knowing that I can count on you and that this is good for you as well. But it's, boy, I just want you to know how much I appreciate it, that this is really, truly, I'm so happy to pay you to do this stuff. Okay. So thanks much. And let's rock and roll. And your job is going to get more interesting as we go along. I promise that from the beginning. I promise that again now. There's some of these projects that just have to get done so that we can really move into a more dynamic and more interesting variety of things for you to do on a day. All right. Have a great day.